Hi there, welcome to my tutorial on being able to write a number as a percentage of another number. I've got two examples here to look at. Example 1 is a very straightforward one. We've got to write 18 out of 40 as a percentage. Now to start off we write this as a fraction. So if you scored 18 out of 40 in a test you'd probably write it like this, 18 out of 40. What we've now got to do is get that fraction so that the denominator is 100. So we've got to change this 40 to get it to 100. Some of you might be aware that if I multiply that by 2.5, I get to 100 straight away. But if we do it in stages, it works out a little bit easier. So first of all, what we should do is I'm going to make this out of 20. First of all, I'm going to divide the 40 by 2 to get my denominator as 20. Whatever I do to the bottom, I've got to do the same to the top. So I need to divide the 18 by 2 as well, which gives me 9 out of 20. Now it should be easier to see that if I multiply the 20 by 5, that gets me a denominator of 100. 20 times 5 gives me 100. Remember, whatever I do to the bottom, I've got to do to the top, so I need to multiply the 9 by 5 as well, which gives me my answer, 45 over 100. As soon as you've got this out of 100, you can write it as a percentage, which is 45%. Question 2, example 2 is a little bit more complicated because it's a wordy question. There's 35 students in a class. 14 are boys, what percentage are girls? Well, the first thing we've got to work out is how many girls there are. So if there's 14 boys, 35 take away 14 must give me 21. So we've got 21 girls. So what we're in effect doing is writing 21 out of 35 as a percentage. So if we write down now 21 out of 35, and we're going to do the same type of thing as what I did in example 1. I'm going to start off, I'm going to divide the denominator by 7. If I divide 35 by 7, I get the answer of 5. But whatever I do to the bottom, I must do the same to the top. So if I divide the 21 by 7, I get 3. 3 out of 5 as a fraction. I now need to make the denominator, the 5, into 100. I can do that fairly easily by multiplying the 5 by 20. That gives me 100 on the bottom. I must also multiply the top by 20. 3 times 20 gives me 60. I've now got a fraction over 100, so I can write that as 60%, which is my final answer.